another award.
Come on. Somebody.
Or something to that effect.
Good afternoon. Here with me today, I have the three children of Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson, and I will recognize them from eldest to youngest. This is Spencer Darnell, DeVerney Lane, and Eric Andre. Whereas it is with profound admiration and deep reverence that the City Council reflects upon the extraordinary lives and enduring contributions of Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson, two shining beacons of hope and inspiration in our beloved community. And whereas, upon occasion, the City Council approves the naming of specific public roads to honor citizens in the community, and the late Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson are wonderful examples of community members who are deserving of this city's recognition. And whereas Lawrence Johnson III was born October 16th, 1939, to the late Lawrence and Carrie Johnson, Magnolia Johnson, named after the beautiful and fragrant magnolia flower, was born on November 9th, 1940, to the late Spencer Betts and Bert Till Taylor. High school sweethearts they were. Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson were joined in holy matrimony on July 22nd, 1959, and to this union were born three children, Spencer Darnell, DeVerney Lane, and Eric Andre. And whereas, let us first pay tribute to the illustrious Lawrence Johnson III, a visionary leader and trailblazer in the realm of real estate whose entrepreneurial spirit ignited a flame of prosperity that illuminated the path for countless aspiring entrepreneurs. And whereas from humble beginnings, Lawrence Johnson III fearlessly embarked on a journey of excellence, founding Lawrence Johnson Realtors in 1976, a beacon of integrity and unparalleled professionalism in the heart of the Mid-South. And whereas Lawrence Johnson III's unwavering commitment to...
So again, somebody else that is being recognized for contributing to the city. And it's amazing that, okay, so we hear so many things about Memphis that are unsavory, or things that are dangerous or bad, or what's wrong and all the rest of this stuff. But there are people out making an impact. There are people providing for other people or contributing to the city as a whole, making money, bringing money into the city. So it's good to see that the city council is taking the time to recognize those people and whether or not they're here, because obviously Lawrence Johnson isn't present, but his children are. And they're naming a stretch of a road after Lawrence Johnson. Again, something that would be continuous and forever, you know. So you can't, that's just, you know, amazing.
Service and his indomitable spirit of generosity earned him a well-deserved place of honor as the first African-American bestowed with esteemed lifetime membership of the Memphis Area Association of Realtors multi-million-dollar sales club. An achievement, embellishment of his tireless dedication to excellence. And whereas, let us now turn our gaze to the radiant Magnolia Betts Johnson, a gentle yet resolute force of nature whose luminous smile and boundless compassion illuminated the lives of all who had the privilege of crossing her path. And whereas Magnolia Betts Johnson's boundless spirit of resilience and unwavering commitment to her community shone brightly through her various endeavors, from her pioneering as the first African-American barber inspector to her illustrious tenure as the proprietress of Magnolia Style and Beauty Shop, a cherished oasis of beauty, grace, and civic engagement. And whereas, let us not only celebrate the professional achievements of Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson, but let us also honor the profound impact of their unwavering involvement in the Middle Baptist Church and their love and devotion to family, community, and faith, a legacy of kindness, compassion, and unwavering dedication that will forever echo in the hearts and minds of all who were blessed to know them. And whereas Lawrence Johnson III, a man committed to carrying out his duties while contributing to the Memphis community, passed away on May 4th, 2020, and Magnolia Betts Johnson passed away on May 12th, 2023. They leave to cherish their memories a host of family, friends, neighbors, and church members. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of Memphis, Tennessee, that on this day of celebration, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to the cherished family and friends of Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson as we honor their imprint on the fabric of our community. Be it further resolved in recognition of their unparalleled legacy, Shelby Drive look alive, between Millbranch Road and Airways Boulevard be forever designated as Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson Drive, a testament to their enduring spirit and unwavering commitment to excellence.
Wow.
Be it
Okay.
further resolved that the city engineer be humbly
So again, this is between Millbranch and Airways Boulevard, and that's a good stretch. I mean, we're talking about Shelby Drive, Airways Boulevard. Bom, 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 bom. Yep. So cross over the highway. So Airways, East Shelby Drive. So that's right after the airport. And going to, let's get well. Sweeney. Airways. Oh, okay. So my fault. So it's going to be this stretch here of Shelby Drive. Right as you basically can enter and exit I-55 after you've passed the airport, Airways, and you're on that stretch and over the highway. So that's still a great accomplishment, and not quite as big as Judge Donald, but she's. But still, you want to be able to recognize, and so they'll have a sign up in that area of Shelby Drive with their names, and that's something that can't be taken away. That's forever.
requested to affix suitable signs so designated such public road bearing the noble names of Lawrence and Magnolia Johnson, thereby immortalizing their legacy for generations to come. Given by my hand and under the great seal of the city of Memphis, this 9th day of July 2024, so moved, Pearl Walker, council member, J.B. Smiley Jr., Memphis City Council Chairman.
Seconded by somebody.
And now we're going to have a few words from Mr. Johnson.
Which one?
Thank you. City Councilman Walker, my cousin. On behalf of my siblings here with me today, Vern and Eric and my entire family, we would like to thank the City Council for this recognition. We're very grateful, thankful for this. We're honored for the recognition you provided with my father and my mother, and the appreciation that you have shown toward them. I know that they're not here with us, but I know they're smiling down on us with excitement and with joy for this tribute. So thank you very much.
Again, congratulations. We know what your family meant to our community. And thank you for bringing the Councilwoman Walker. Madam, well, did we show that item approved by acclamation? Okay, thank you. All right, Madam Comptroller. Did we show move by acclamation? Okay, cool. All right, Madam Comptroller, could you call item number 4?
Item number 4 is a resolution pursuant to Chapter 9.6 of the Memphis and Shelby County Unified Development Code approving a special use permit at the subject property located at 391 Western Park Drive. This resolution is sponsored by the Division of Planning and Development. It was held from May 7th. The case number is SUP 23-36.
Thank you, Madam Comptroller.
Okay, so this item is a resolution for a special use permit at the property 391 Western Park Drive. And it's sponsored by Division of Planning and Development. I guess we'll see exactly what that's about.
Councilman Canali, I know you're eager to be recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This item was heard in committee and has subsequently been held 5 times. I would like to get a refresher from DPD. The applicant and the applicant representative is on hand. I think we have some cards. But with that, Mr. Chairman, I move to the floor.
My name is Alexis Longstreet with the Division of Planning and Development. I would be presenting to you SUP 2023-036. This subject property is located at 391 Western Park. The application is for a convenience store with gas sales within the CMU3 zoning district. Here you all see a location map. The subject property is located in Westwood neighborhood. 29 notices were mailed out on the original December 21st, 2023 public notice deadline. The zoning map, as you can see, this property is located in CMU3 zoning with a commercial land use designation with surrounding like land use designations, as well as some close surrounding mixed uses of residential and as well as institutional land uses. Here are some site photos. As the subject property was previously, I'll say historically, a gas station in the past. The applicant does intend to basically revamp the structure as is, and as well as make updates and changes to support the new vision and, proposed site plan. As you all can see here, a little more closely as I will zoom in, the subject property is being presented. There will be a canopy as well as 3 pumps and then as well as 3 proposed EV charging stations. The resolution was also amended to reflect the EV charging stations as well as solar panels along the roof of the convenience store as conditions placed upon this approval. As well as there's proper landscaping screening. This proposal was considered consistent along with the
So this is going to actually be in off of 3rd Street and Western Park, and it's going to be a gas station or something to that effect. I know that they said that there's going to be 3 EV, which is for your electric cars, charging stations. And in this area of town, that's a good thing because we want as many things that are going to be able to boost the quality in the neighborhood. And so just to look at it, 391 Western Park Drive. It's in Westwood. And I'm not sure if this is actually it because that's Weaver. But it's right by Westwood Park. So, and the Westwood Community Center. It looks to be that way at least. I'm not sure because they actually show something different on the PowerPoint than what I'm seeing here in the map. They did say 391 Western Park. So, and well, no. This is just giving me Western Park Drive, so I guess coming down, this would be it here. So yeah, it'll be right on the corner of 3rd Street and Western Park, and that's the turn where you get to. Before you get to the Walgreens that's in this area also. So, okay, sounds good.
The Memphis 3.0 comprehensive planning guidelines. And the conclusions, as noted again, as I mentioned earlier, the property is an existing non-operating fuel station with a convenience store. It isn't located at an intersection that is defined as 2 collectors or greater.
is a gas
The applicant is
station.
looking to reinstall 3 fuel pumps, and as well as they are proposing a convenience store. The original approval of this proposal was approved at Lanes Control Board 820, and now before City Council again this month.
Thank you for that presentation. Chairman, if it's okay with you, I'd like to hear from the applicant or the applicant representative first, and then we go to the comment cards.
Are you is there a limit?
10 minutes for each side. Mr. Bray.
Yes, sir. Thank you. David Bray with Bray Firm, 2950 Stage Pleasant North. As noted, we've been in this process for a while. That's been at the request of council moving forward, and additional neighborhood meetings. And so we've now had, I believe, 3 neighborhood meetings regarding this project. I think we've got some support from the neighbors, and we've still got some opposition from the neighbors, as to be expected. Sort of going back into the staff report, this is an existing building and canopy. It's operated as a convenience store previously. The applicant who's here with me today wants to reuse that existing building, reuse that existing canopy. They can get a facelift. We would be adding landscaping to it. I believe that's the older site plan that's up there, but we have added the EV chargers, which make this the only site on that gateway into Memphis with EV chargers at this time. We also added, at the request, I believe, of Dr. Warren, the solar panels on the roof, which will help with the energy footprint of this location. Hard to tell on that site plan. There's an additional drive apron that's closer to the intersection that would be eliminated with these revisions. It would be brought up to the current standards of the UDC. That's reflected in the conditions. As I said, the owner is here. I'm happy to answer any questions council members have. If not, then we would reserve our time until after the opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Bray. Let her call the comment cards.
Are you reserving the rest of your time for rebuttal or response, Mr. Bray? Are you reserving the rest of your time for a response or rebuttal?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we now have 6 cards. We have 10 minutes that we're going to put up. So they will come in this order. Patrick Harrington, Mrs. Hughes.
So it'll be interesting to see what the people in the community actually say about having this this business there. I don't see what the issue would be, but I guess we're about to find out.
Ruth Banks, Tara Miller, Tashawn Pearson, and last, Kimberly Pearson. If you'll put 10 minutes on the clock. All right, we'll start with Patrick Harrington, Sr. Please give your name, your address for the record.
Address is 4210 Tonawanda Street, Memphis, Tennessee, 38109. First of all, it's an honor to speak to you all. Thank you for giving us your listening ear and taking the opportunity to hear our voice. Due to scheduling conflicts, Pastor Melvin Watkins is unable to make it. He asked me to stand in for him and represent the voice of Westwood. I am, as before, Pastor Patrick Harrington Sr. I'm alumni of Westwood High School, graduated in 1991. I live on the street called Tunnel 1, which is 2 streets behind the old Southwest Twin movie theater. The interesting fact about that is that I actually live in the house that I grew up in. My mom and my dad passed it down to me, and I'm passing it down to my children, which has allowed me the opportunity to be a participant in generational wealth by way of home ownership. We actually had a documentation that we took a survey, and I think this documentation actually represents what my parents did, which is taking the opportunity today to not only have a positive effect on the people of the community, but also have a positive effect on the posterity of the community. So what I want to do is express what the documentation states from the survey. In no particular order, this is what the voice of Westwood has said we wanted to do to move our community from surviving to thriving. I'm going to name just a few, what I call big rocks. These are the things that are most important, necessary, and needful for the community, and this all came from this survey. One was helping existing small businesses by improving the aesthetics of the building they occupy, as well as curb appeal. The other is a new grocery store, and the other is a new locally owned dining-in restaurant. And I just want to say, for take an example to give you why a grocery store is one of the things that is necessary for the community. When we place a grocery store in Westwood, like a Whole Food or a Trader Joe or a farmer's market, something of that nature, that would gain access and attention of other business.
We're going to have to stop you because we have some people left, and you're going to take up all the time.
Okay, stop now?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Hughes, if you'll come.
He had a
She's not
whole
far.
agenda,
Okay.
didn't he?
If you would like to give your time, Ms.
Makes
Hughes,
sense.
you can. Okay, all right, go ahead.
I'm Ola Hughes, President of Westwood Neighborhood Association, and here we are again, standing in unity in opposition to the special use permit to open the gas/convenience stores in our community located at 391 Western Park. It is our understanding that there are 2 additional special permit requests, 4283 and 4471 South 3rd. We are asking you, City Council, to vote no on these requests. There are 7 gas stations located within the 2-mile radius, and that will make 3 more will make it 10. 3 more will make it 10 within a 3-mile radius. I have in my hand here a petition that was signed by 545 residents of the community, stating that we do not want this in our community. 545 petition signees that have signed this petition. So we're asking you, City Council, to vote no on this proposal for a special use permit. I thank you.
Thank you. We'll now have Ruth Banks.
My apologies, you all. Y'all don't know the rules. I blame myself.
So I guess our complaint really at the end of the day is that there's already 7 gas stations that are directly in that area. And there's 3 special use permits that have been applied for and are on the docket to waiting for approval. If all 3 of those are approved, then there'll be a total of 10 gas stations in that area, or convenience stores, XYZ. I mean, I guess renovating one of the newer ones would be good, but they have a list of things that they want to have happen to help grow that neighborhood, that community in Westwood, which include grocery stores. They said a high-end restaurant, and they didn't let the gentleman that spoke before this, the neighborhood association president, they didn't let him finish. So we're not exactly sure what the rest of that list was. But obviously, if you have 545 residents that are against this project being completed or approved, they know more about that neighborhood than anybody else. And if they have a plan to go forward, and the denial for this specific and I guess the other 2 also permits are a part of that plan, then we need to listen to the people that are in that community.
Myself. If you are in agreement with what's being said, we're going to do thumbs up. If you disagree with what's being said, we're going to do thumbs down. We will not be clapping. So thumbs up if you like it. This is my apologies, nobody else. If you like what's being said, thumbs up. If you disagree with what's being said, thumbs down. My apologies. Should have made that announcement earlier. Ms. Banks, you're looking at me. I'm concerned. No, go ahead.
Ms. Banks, your address for the record, please.
Ruth Raleigh Banks, 1224 Wheel Code, Memphis, Tennessee 38109. I've been living in the Westwood community for 50 years, and I just want to piggyback on what Patrick Harrington was speaking about, the things that we want to see in our community. And that was the new housing, a restaurant, and better housing, better living conditions. I'm here because of things that are plaguing our city is poverty. I am the chairman and CEO of Feed the Needy and executive director of Helping Hand Community Outreach that is located at 4323 South 3rd Street. According to the University of Memphis fact sheet, poverty rate in Memphis is 21%. The overall rate in the state of Tennessee is 13.8. So what we want in our community is to try to make our community look like Elvis Presley Boulevard. We're asking the intact of the city council, if you will work with Councilman Ford, Councilor Yolanda St. Cooper, to help us bring business to our community so that we can have a hand up and not a hand out. That's all we want to do is make our community look better than what it is. Thank you.
Thank you. If we can please now have Ms. Tara
Bring
Miller.
those businesses to Westwood. Westwood's a
Okay, you want to use your
beautiful
time? Okay.
neighborhood.
Kashawn Pearson.
Energy is great.
Keyshawn,
I think we've seen him here a time or two. I don't know. I could be mistaken.
please give us your address for the record.
Another one of those neighborhoods that have been a part of the Memphis fabric forever. And obviously a lot needs to be done to beautify the neighborhood. But I know that generations of people have lived there. Generations of families have lived there. And it would be great to see the things that they're requesting actually come to fruition. They definitely deserve it.
Here. But I do want to start by saying thank you.
Your address for the record, please.
Keyshawn Pearson, 1110 Starline, 3809. Thank you so much. Just first want to start by saying thank you all for creating space for us to speak today. Thank you for all of the community members from Westwood for joining us today. The judge that just spoke before us talked about moving our city to a different place. And in order to do that, we have to make changes. Change does not look like refurbishing an old gas station. Change looks a lot different than that. Volvo, GM, and the city of Los Angeles have something in common. They all have determined that gas stations are unprofitable by 2035, and they all will cease to continue to push forward any more gas stations. Our hope is that the city of Memphis moves in that direction, because what gas stations have represented, especially those on 3rd Street, as you know, the past 4 months we've had 2 murders at different gas stations, and so that's not what we want to perpetuate. We need a better public transit system, we need clean energy, and we need investment that looks more like what our community is asking for. Thank you.
Thank you. Kimberly Owens Pearson. If you please state your address for the record.
1110 Starline, 38109.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here again, unfortunately. Today is my 30th wedding anniversary, and I had to put it on pause to come here to speak on this again. I beg you, I beg you not to pass another gas station. 3rd Street is turning into a salvage yard, motels, and gas stations. And we are tired. We would like the man who's proposing and speaking on behalf of this person bringing another gas station said that they want to use an existing building. The gas pumps are gone. That means they have to put them back in there. Then he said, we're going to add landscape. It's like telling me you're going to feed me poison and then give me a makeup review. Who cares? You're killing us with gas stations, toxic facilities, and we're moving to EVs. Y'all mentioned EVs as a thumbs up. However, right now, that's wonderful, but you don't even make much money from gas stations. You're making money from selling food and selling other things that people in the community like to smoke and do. So it's not about the gas. Be honest. And so the existing building, true, you can use the existing building, the glass, the frame, and you can have it as a restaurant. You can have seating outside. You can have something where the community can come and enjoy. We have dilapidated plazas. We have dilapidated buildings. You have not offered to buy any of those, but you want to put more gas. You're surrounding us with gas stations. And I wonder why, because you don't live there. My brother died from environmental health conditions that they couldn't name. You don't live here, and stop surrounding us and killing us. Next, the solar panels, very good, everybody. Solar panels, okay? What's under the solar panels? Gas. What? That's a darn paradox. What? Stop fixing up, killing us. And I'm tired. I ride down 3rd Street every single day. But then you go in other neighborhoods. I was on National and Summer. And they have nice little walking trails in the middle of summer. They have flower gardens. They have separated their streets. Why can't we have people who are bringing innovative things to our community? Enough is enough. I'm tired of to enjoy a lake or to enjoy somewhere nice. I got to drive 35, 45 minutes. It can be on 3rd Street. If they can fix up Elvis Presley, they can fix up 3rd Street. I don't know how much time I got, 26 years.
Technically, you're over, but, give us the closing remarks and benediction.
Vote no. How about that? Just vote no and tell these people to go in their neighborhood and do it and help. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Vice Chair McAnally.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Mr. Bray.
Thank you. These are a lot of the issues that we've discussed before in our neighborhood meetings. Councilman Ford's been at those meetings and heard a lot of this discussion. We'd love to see a grocery store there. If you look at the site plan, the site's not big enough for a grocery store. We can't put a grocery store there. One of the things mentioned was revitalizing and reusing buildings. Right now, you've got an existing building, an existing canopy. It's an eyesore. It's not contributing anything to the tax rolls. We're trying to bring it back to something that would be contributing to the tax rolls. We are trying to bring it up to the development standards of the current UDC. This would allow us to do this. To address one issue that was mentioned, yes, the previous tanks and pumps are gone. They're not there. That's part of the TDEC requirements when a gas station is closed. We would be installing new tanks and pumps. But the rest of the infrastructure that is there, we would be attempting to reuse. And the applicant does not want to get up here and speak. He's a little shy, but he owns another store in the area, and we presented at one of the previous neighborhood meetings support from the customers that did want to see this redone as a gas station, and that was over 100 signatures. So again, happy to answer any questions that you guys have.
Thank you, Mr. Bray. Mr. Chairman, I turn it back over to you.
Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the constituents who showed up. Thank you, Mr. Bray, for being present and always professional. I'm going to offer some remarks, and then I'm going to open up the floor to some of the council members who want to speak. Although I understand, the concern of the community, I understand, what the developer would like to see. I guess speaking specifically to the developer, you can't really force a community to accept something they don't want. I understand that, the community doesn't have any purview over who comes and who chooses to invest in a particular community. But, I think at some point we have to get to the point where we give deference to what the community wants. And, to quote the ghost of council past, Chairman Martavius Jones, he was a very strong advocate against continuing the cycle of putting up gas stations throughout the community. He talked about how the city of Memphis has more gas stations per capita than any other place in the country. So, my vote today will not reflect negatively upon the developer trying to develop. It's just more in line with what the people are asking for, and the people are asking for us to vote against this project. So my vote will be no today. But what I will ask the community to figure out how to find people to invest in your community. I think the council can try, but we can't make developers come to the community. We can say we're going to support you. We're going to say we can try to incentivize you, but it doesn't mean they're going to choose your community. So my vote will be no today. I'm eager to hear what some of the other council members will be saying. We have Councilwoman Walker in the queue.
You know what? And I mean, that's the amazing thing about, being active in your community, understanding what's going on, being in tune with what's happening around you. When you have that investment, then certain things begin to happen. So now they know they need to go out, and I'm sure they've known for a long period of time. It's funny that he said that Memphis has more gas stations, per capita than any other city in the country. That's a lot of gas stations, and that's kind of ridiculous. But now they know they need to go out, what they need to do. If they want to have their community look and be a certain way, then someone needs to champion that effort. They need to take a look at how to bring in businesses that are interested in investing in the types of business they want in their neighborhood. So, someone needs to champion that effort. All right, let's go.
Followed by Councilman Walker, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't recall your name with LUCB. Can you come to the mic? I want to see the screen again, the picture of the property.
I don't need to see.
Okay, the blue building. Does the applicant also own the blue building?
No, not that I'm aware of.
No. Okay, because the owner of the blue building was one of the Memphians who stormed the Capitol on January 6, 2021. So I just wanted that.
Yeah, no,
I wanted that information. That's what I wanted. So thank you for that clarification, and I yield the floor. The blue building.
It's a no.
No,
it's
to
a
the far left.
construction- Yeah.
The very blue building. The bluer building to the left.
The garage.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield the floor.
Thank you, Councilman Walker. I'm trying to figure out what's good, but Councilman Moore, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We obviously have listened to the community here, but I'm looking at what you've got, and having someone develop that into a grocery store is going to be really hard, and having it sit the way it is because no one's going to put anything into it is also going to keep your community not looking very well. And the fact that these guys are going to put solar panels on it and put in electric pump stations lets me know that I think they're trying to do something for you. I'm going to vote no for this because I'm listening to what you say, but I think you've got to listen. You got to think, who are you working with, and can you work with them to get something you need? We obviously don't need more gas stations in our city. We know that, but that business is going to look bad for another 5 years or 10 years, and people are going to break in it, and they're going to do whatever they do to abandon buildings. So you have those two things you have to weigh as you're trying to figure out how you do it. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Councilwoman Cooper Sutton, you recognize. I see the frustration on your face.
Thank you, Chair. I really hate that my colleague just disencouraged you all like that. There are several programs out there, and I ask to you all to go think about, to reimagine what you want your community to look like. And I am working on something, and Councilman Ford and I will be working on something together because you all want your community to look as beautiful as anyone else's. And so I want to keep you all encouraged. Not another 5 to 10 years. That building will not look like that. Understood? Okay. There are a lot of programs out there, and we will give you the resources. It's hard because what I found out about our communities, we don't have enough knowledge on the resources and what's out there. And so that's why you have your council people here to help bring those things to you and to help you reimagine what you want your community to look like. I yield the floor, Chairman.
All right. Councilman Ford, Sr.
Thank you very much. Eyesores. We got to get beyond eyesores. That used to be a gas station.
a BP coming there would be nice.
Hey, she has a personality, man. Hey, look, man, she ain't playing with him. And then what's so crazy about it is it's like, what do they call it? Nice nasty. You know, she says it. She's very succinct with everything that she's saying, and then it peeped the way she turned the mic off. Hold on.
Think about to reimagine what you want your community to look like, and I am working on something, and Councilman Ford and I will be working on something together because you all want your community to look as beautiful as anyone else's. And so I want to keep you all encouraged. Not another 5 to 10 years. That building will not look like that. Understood? Okay. There are a lot of programs out there, and we will give you the resources. It's hard because what I found out about our communities, we don't have enough knowledge on the resources and what's out there. And so that's why you have your council people here to help bring those things to you and to help you reimagine what you want your community to look like.
Out.
I yield the floor, Chairman.
Yeah, say that.
Right. Yeah. Councilman Ford Sr.
Thank you very much. Eyesores. We got to get beyond eyesores. That used to be a gas station. A BP coming there would be nice.
I like it.
It would bring that particular spot. I know everybody's talking about it's about 7 gas stations. It's not that many. Hey, I start counting. We got 2 or 3 in that radius, maybe. The only one that's kind of bad is Exxon, and it's been kind of bad in that spot ever since it was built. I can understand what the neighborhood is saying about that particular one. The Exxon, that's the station at Horn Lake and 3rd. Other than that, when you get to Western Park, that used to be the service station. That used to be a BP. On down, when you get to almost Forward Road, that used to be, well, that was what they were trying to build. And y'all looking at that spot also, okay, as a service station. Now, I'd like for y'all to get with the neighborhood. They need a grocery store because the grocery store is closed. Maybe with that spot where the car wash is that y'all want to tear down, maybe you can put that grocery store and everything else, revitalize that strip. Very important. You know, maybe we can get you some help to do all of those different things to make that particular area much nicer. I want to just call for the question, and I ask everybody to just vote no on this particular one, and we'll come back. Councilwoman said we're going to work together on some things, and then we'll bring things back to the council after we can kind of work with you all also, try to make everybody kind of happy and put some things. Because like I said, you want some eating places. I know y'all mentioned something like Subway and things like that. So let's kind of make that happen, okay? And then we'll just leave this one alone, and everybody get together. And I want Westwood, Indian Hills. I want all of y'all to get together, and then let's come up with some idea where everybody can kind of be happy, if you don't mind, okay? Thank you, and I call for the question.
So thank you, Councilman Ford. Councilman Ford has called for the question, but before you call for the question, there were 2 council members in the queue.
Okay.
Councilman one.
Well, and the deal is, honestly, it's a difficult deal because it's one business going in, and it can be a domino effect. If you're able to get one, higher end type of, and we'll see if it happens. That's the thing for me. And as long as we're always working in the right direction, then I think we'll be okay.
Councilwoman White, and then Councilwoman Walker, and then we're going to take a vote. No one else entering the queue.
I won't uncall the question. I just wanted to commend the Westwood neighborhood community on equipping us with what we need to make a decision, coming with petitions and not just saying it's us, but it's other people with us in the survey that they submitted up here. I'm going to keep passing it around, but it is wonderful. Kudos, and I hope that in the future we can get some younger people involved to be able to pass the torch to keep up this kind of advocacy.
Councilwoman White, keep signing up here. Ms. Miller here?
Yeah, but I mean...
Okay, I just want to shout them out.
But no, we appreciate you always, but I was just saying great work. It really is refreshing to get this kind of information. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Councilwoman. Can we get one of the staff members going to come get it from you. Thank you. Thank you, Councilwoman White. Councilwoman Walker, you're in the queue.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to encourage the community members to stay positive and be encouraged because like you all are saying you want 3rd Street to look like Elvis Presley. It wasn't that long ago that we were saying we wanted Elvis Presley to look like Goodman Road or Poplar Avenue. It wasn't that long ago. So be encouraged, stay positive, and I'm looking forward to great things happening on 3rd Street for you all. I yield the floor.
Thank you, Councilwoman Walker. As I always say, I think government works best when we have active participation from the community. And usually when we have issues like this, the community gets the last say when they continue and consistently pull up. So keep pulling up on us. And with that, Councilwoman Logan, you're in the queue too late. I hate to act like I didn't see it, but the way I hit this X button. Madam Comptroller, could you please prepare the screen?
I think they're about to vote.
Canale, no. Cooper Sutton, no. Easter Thomas, no. Ford, no. Green, no. Logan, no. Spinoza, no. Swearingen, Washington, no. Walker, no. White, no. Warren, no. Chairman Smiley, no.
Well, you can see what happens. This item fails. Councilwoman Cooper Sutton is leading y'all astray. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Madam Comptroller.
So they successfully got that item denied. The people in the neighborhood, they showed up to the city council meeting. It wasn't Obviously, there had been already meetings with the developer about that specific project, and the people in the neighborhood were against it. And they got the information, or they got petition signed. They did what they needed to do, showed up to the city council meeting, voiced their opinions, stated whatever facts that are accurate for them that apply directly to that neighborhood, and were able to educate the city council